Welcome everyone to Clobberin Times. Issue number 220 on YouTube, but of course 920 overall. And it's great to see you all here tonight. We got a great crowd already popping in there into the chat. Joined by my good buddy, the Great Flash, Gary Frisch. What's up, bro?
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Good to see you, man. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining me.
Well, here you.
That works. I can see you, though. Yeah, well, you can see me. That's really me. That picture's really me.
No, it's
Are you saying I'm not the thing?
not the thing.
You're saying I'm not Ben Grimm, the ever-loving blue-eyed thing. What proof do you have that, sir?
Okay. You want to play that? We'll play that game.
Yeah, hey, you dang right, Rick. Oh, there's be some righteous clobbering going on if we don't play behind that one. Oh, hello, everyone. Let's see here. Who's with us tonight? We got a few buddies who've already popped in. The Great Phantom Outsider. What's up, bro? Hungry Boy. All right, man. Good to see you, buddy. Way, way across the world, right? Way on the other side of it. Way down under. South down under. Somewhere. Good to see you, man. J-Man brother. Dude, had a fantastic time hanging out with you Monday night, man. That was lots of fun. I really appreciate you doing that with me, but it was great. Who else has popped in here? Janet from another planet. I love you, Janet. Thank you for popping in. I can't sing your name the way Raquel does on Saturday Night Star Trek, but that's what makes it special, that she does it just for you. I can't sing it like she can, but who can? Who else is here? Let's see. Oh, they just had a big long chat. I assume there was D-Bud, bro. What's up? Dave Bob. All right, man. Good to see you, buddy. Crazy Junior. Is that it? I've not seen you before. Is it Crazy Junior? Is that how you say it? Well, Crazy, welcome. It's good to see you. Always great to see new folks popping in. Badass brother, what's going on? I just came from over there from wrenching for Paulie for his first hour over the Great Latino Slam, everyone. And he's still going, I guess, over there. But I had to come over here to do this, to hang out with all you wonderful people. Just an open geek one tonight, folks. I'll do a little show notes here. We're just it's just taking it casual. Get to see my buddy Flash. It's always great. And again, a big shout out to the great J-Man for hanging out with me again, like you did Monday, buddy. I really appreciated it. And that concluded our 5-part Monday Night Mark C Comics series, The Great Team Up Books. Week 1, of course, was World's Finest. We did them in chronological order. Week 2 was Brave and the Bold. Week 3 was, Flash, you were here for this one, Marvel Team Up. And that was a lot of fun. I appreciate you, man. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, it's fun.
Love that one. And then the next week, it was Marvel 2-in-1. My great buddy Mark D with the C was for the Team Up one and that one. He hung out with me. And then we did a special early show this past Monday, J-Man and I, on the 5th one, DC Comics Presents, and, with Superman teaming up and everything. And it was just a lot of fun. And now I'm just sad it's over. Oh, Crazy Junior, see me over? Yes. Again, big shout out to the great Overlord himself, Lord Doomcock. I was very honored, of course, to be on his Friday night trivia show on Friday Night Frolics, and then also deeply honored to be on his Sunday Night Pop Culture Breakdown. Love Doomcock. He is a great friend and a great pal, and all hail the future ruler of Earth, Doomcock. He's the man. And thank you for that, Crazy. It's good to see you. Thank you so much. Yeah, what we do here is we geek out about comics. In fact, I will dovetail that into the show notes. Those Monday night Mark C Comics Talk, of course, is always about comics. Wednesday night's Wild Card Wednesday. Sometimes we can do a topic. Sometimes we'll just sit around and hang out with you and all of you friends in the chat and stuff like that, as we do fairly often. Flash and I. This is, of course, Carrie, as you see his name. I call him Flash. We've done many topics over the years, in our years leading up to being on YouTube when we were on Blog Talk Radio, and we've done a few since I've been over here. And I hope to be doing some more, like top 25 lists, things like that. So sometimes we'll do a topic on Wednesday night, and sometimes we'll just kind of throw it out there. For those who do not know, tomorrow, Thursday, we started a new show on Thursdays. We were doing You know, just the Global Geek Gang in the 1 in the afternoon, 1 p.m. in the afternoon Central Standard Time, and we're still going to be doing that whenever it's always going to be unless something happens because it's middle of the day. Sometimes something comes up, but for the most part, we try to do it. Was not able to do it last week, but Wednesday nights always Wild Card Wednesday. It can be nothing. It could just be open geek talk like this. The Global Geek Gang shall gather every chance I can make it happen on Thursdays, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And the new show that we started last week, and so many of you showed up for it. So many people showed up for that. We were just, I was blown away, pleasantly surprised by how many people showed up last Thursday night. And we really appreciated it. Mark, the great Mark D with a C, and of course, my wonderful, lovely First Officer Raquel, who does Saturday Night Star Trek with me. We've been wanting to do that for a while. The show where it's just the three of us hanging out because we're such good friends in real life that we talk all the time for hours and hours before shows, after shows, and just in general, we spend a lot of time talking together. So we started. I couldn't come up with any name with it, so I came up with the dumbest name that I could, Clobby's Clubhouse. And Raquel and Mark will be joining me every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, to just hang out. We'll have topics, but we'll go all over the place. It'll be just us hanging out with you as a trio there. And so 2 shows on Thursdays now for me. And, of course, the aforementioned Saturday Night Star Trek. Raquel, my wonderful First Officer, and I will, of course, review 4 more episodes. We're into Star Trek The Next Generation Season 3 now. And for those who don't know, we're reviewing all of real Star Trek, which, of course, simply means the real deal Star Trek. No modern bad reboot, Jar Jar Abrams, Alex Klutzman filth. Everything from 1966 to 2005, all the series. And we started at the first week of the year. We reviewed the original series, then the animated series, then the original crew films. And we've started on Next Generation now. So we're going to be doing it for quite a long time on Saturday nights. And it's if you're not familiar with it, it's very interactive. We have a lot of fun. We break down the episodes a little bit with some information behind the scenes info. And we basically talk about what we think about it. Then we give a rating and we ask our wonderful chat for their ratings and comments. And we interact with them. We read their ratings and comments. And it's just, it's been a blast, having so much fun doing that. So if you're a Trek fan, please come see us on Saturday Night Star Trek. That is, of course, Saturday nights. It's 9 p.m. Central Standard Time for that. So, but tonight it's just anything goes. Just whatever we can think of. We just geek out a lot here. And probably, since I got Flash here, I'm probably going to ask him what's going on with him a little bit. And then I'm going to ask him what he thinks our next what will be the next big epic topic? Because Flash and I have recently, since we've been here, we've done some shows that we did way back that no one would know about. Last one was, what was it, Flash? It was top 25.
Was it TV shows? I think it was.
Okay, there was TV shows.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Right, our top 25 all-time favorite TV shows.
Because we're simple-minded.
We're simple like that.
Yeah, we're simple like that.
Yes. We did movies. Right?
Yes.
We did movies. Now on Star Trek Day.
How about top 25 memory failures? Because I'm having.
Oh, we could have 100 of those.
It was TV. Yeah.
On Star Trek Day on September 8th, Raquel and I did our top 25 original series episodes, of course. Which you and I have done.
We have. We did best and worst.
Yeah, we did best and worst. We did 10 worst. Top 10 worst. Let's see here. It was one Clobby showed with about 10 or more people on it. It was only on for about 4 seconds. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, we'll see what he's talking about. Let's see. I love that pic Clobberton just showed with all the pics of corresponding to people's names. The Global Geek Gang one? That one? I made that a while back.
The collage.
Yeah, I made that a while back because I love Astro City. And this was, of course, Hello, Mr. Grant Gregory. Good to see you there, sir. I love Astro City. It's one of the greatest comics ever. We all know I never shut up about it. Last year, my buddy Carlos and I, we did a show all about Astro City. It's one of the greatest comics ever made, in my opinion. And the Global Geek Gang, every now and then I'll just kind of put some I'll make a little thingy for us. We get a pretty good bunch. Sometimes we get it's not 10 people. You can only fit 10 on the StreamYards thingy anyway. And so sometimes there are 10 of us there, and sometimes more than that. So for the hell of it, I just gave everybody an Astro City character on that one. I've done it with different character motifs, of course. But I just threw that one up there for old time's sake. Yeah, so I'm glad you like that one, Hungry Boy. I appreciate you. Oh, and I want to thank everyone who has been watching my video series, Flash. I've taken to doing some videos because for these channels, shouldn't just be about streaming. They say you should make videos. One of the things they give you, well, they give you advice that for maintaining a healthy YouTube channel. They say that streaming's great. I'm a streamer, you know that. That's just what I do.
My thing, man.
That's my thing. But they say make videos too. You make sure videos is good, the only reason it took me well over a year to start doing that is because I'm not going to do a video unless an idea I really get excited about. Let's see. J-Man says, how about rankings? Maybe ranking the James Bond films or something. I am planning a James Bond show again because my good buddy Michael at Retro Blasting and I, about a couple of years back, we did our top 10 favorite Bond films. And I'm planning on something like that soon. Definitely doing a Bond show very soon, J-Man. I need to put it together. And so, well, thank you, Chris. Hey, the great Chris Persia's here. What's up, buddy? Great to see you. So, Flash, I came up with this idea that, I wanted to go back, to my spinner rack. I don't know if
the spinner rack. I've been watching that.
Spinner rack time. Oh, you're too kind. Well, anyway, I've been having a lot of fun with those. It's nothing much. It's nothing special, but I enjoy it. And trying to make them a little shorter, everybody.
Yeah, because we all have short attention spans now.
That's true, especially me.
We do. I do.
Oh, I admit it. I was hoping just to blame it on being old.
Very short attention span. I'm already ready to leave. I'm already ready to say good night.
Good night, man. Take it easy.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Oh, how long are we doing this?
Nah, well, but I do.
But
I have an awful attention span anymore.
Oh, I do. I do too, man.
I'm like a child now.
Absolutely. Oh, Alex James, man, it's good to see you again, buddy. Yeah, dude, I'm glad to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope, excuse me. I hope you are doing well. And Claude's here. Minimus is here. I think you remember Minimus. Sherry. Hello there, Sherry. Thank you for
Claude
joining
is here. Maybe
yes,
Claude can come up with a list for us.
You know how he loves the list. Welcome, Sherry. It's great to see you. My good buddy J-Man says, I will say good night, though. Well, it's late. I know it's late for you there, buddy. Be seeing you. I'll be seeing you. So, one other show note real quick. Again, Sherry, it is lovely to see you. Thank you so much for stopping in. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to be, it's Halloween and everyone's all doing all the Halloween theme shows.
Yeah.
Which is great. I will leave the Halloween theme shows to my friends who love it and all that stuff. But I'll get close to it. Maybe I'll do something about the Marvel monsters. Maybe, I don't know. But
what a party pooper.
Well, Daredevil's close enough.
That's not Halloween.
Yeah, he's a devil, isn't he? Come on.
You're stretching.
So Daredevil, folks. I just love Daredevil. But I love the pre-Miller Daredevil, too, that never gets any love. For about 15, 16 years, Daredevil wasn't the big sourpuss, dark, brooding, no fun guy.
A-hole.
That Miller. And by the way, I love the Miller Daredevil too. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna do a show about that as well. But I believe that the pre-Miller Daredevil era never gets enough love, and it never gets singled out.
The a-hole of Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, we'll talk about Mike Murdoch there. Don't worry about that, Phantom Outsider. But you know what? The a-hole. Yes, the a-hole. So, I don't think it'll be this Monday. I think the Monday after. We're going to show some love to a bygone era of the character of Daredevil, whom I love. By the way, I just re-binged the Netflix series, Flash. which I loved the first season. I even loved, second season I even liked a lot as well. And the third had some things in it that I didn't like much, but I mean, it was still, And they just announced today that they're going to be doing some kind of new Daredevil series with most of the same cast, but I'm worried about it because I don't think they're going to stay and they're going to be in line with the. I think they're going to kind of retcon a little bit or try to not to connect it to the old show.
Is this Disney Plus?
Yeah, and you know how bad they are. Yes, Janet Morbius. Yeah, maybe I'll do something about the Marvel monsters. Hey there, Catman, aka DD Monitors. What's up? Good to see you, my friend. And who else popped in there? Oh, they D-Bud. What's up, bud? Good to see you. But no one even remembers this Daredevil. Well, us old timers do. And again, I love the Miller Daredevil. I love Born Again is a masterpiece. It's one of the greatest comics ever that he did, and I will cover that. And I'll even cover the series. I'll do something on the series. We'll do sort of like a Daredevil month. It's the devil. It's Halloween. That's as close as I'm going to get to it. No problem. Doing a Halloween thing. Bah humbug. I mean, look, everyone. What's wrong with that? I mean, everyone loves Halloween. I have nothing against it, I guess.
Nothing's wrong with it if you're a big wiener who doesn't like Halloween.
Did I say I don't like Halloween?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, you sure? Am I recorded saying that? You go run this recording. Did I say
I'm pretty sure you did. Take a poll.
Maybe I just said I don't really
At the
care.
chat.
I don't know if I said that now. See, I have an attention span. And by the way, your attention span sucks. So how can you remember that far back?
Touche.
Oh, dear. No, look, but I have many wonderful friends who love and celebrate Halloween, and I'm right there with you. Celebrating all the way. In fact, I even give myself candy on Halloween. I knock on my own door, and it falls down on the porch because it's a really messed up door, and then I give myself candy. How about that for trick-or-treating?
And then you find out it's shitty candy.
And I even watch one scary thing a day throughout Halloween. It's called STD and Star Trek Be Hard. Just kidding. I don't want. There's one thing about scaring yourself, but not making yourself throw up. Yeah. So, anyway, you get in more trouble for knocking Halloween than you do Christmas.
Really? You do in my house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You like it better than Christmas?
I like them both.
Yeah, I like them.
Halloween's fun though.
Just Joe Jobber. Look at Jobber's here, man. Hey, Jobber.
What up, Jobber?
What's up, dude? Oh, let's say, I guess it's safe to say neither of you checked out Venom, Let There Be Carnage. What about you? Did you see that? Did you see the first Venom?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Don't blame me. I saw the first Venom for free, and it was barely okay.
Yeah.
I've heard no interest in seeing. I've heard that the new one's not very good to those who saw the first one. I didn't even see the
trailer lost me.
Yeah, I didn't even see
the
first one.
Goofy. The trailer was so goofy. I'm just like, I hate the Lethal Protector stuff anyway. I don't like that. I hate that dumb Lethal Protector thing.
Yeah.
The Venom I liked was when he was essentially just Max Cady. You know what I mean? Just show up, in Peter's life, and
then he was just a jerk.
Yeah,
he was a villain. Actually, a villain at one point.
He was a villain. Now he's this dumb Lethal Protector, and
never was into him that much. Mexican Iron Man still needs to make Paulie watch STD. Well, I hear they're going to make Paulie watch Star Trek P Hard. That's just about as bad there, D-Bud. I sat through all that first season like an idiot. That's how smart I am. Well, let's see. Oh, everybody's a critic, Phantom Outsider. Ghost Rider is more Halloween than Daredevil. Daredevil is probably an accountant for something. Accountant? I want to give a big shout out. I don't know if he's listening or not. But big shout out and love for the great Eric K, folks. We haven't seen him. He's dealing with stuff, dealing with issues and everything like that. But he has been so good to us here. He's been such a good buddy. I'm going to put an E in the chat for the great Eric K, everyone. Big shout out to him because he has been, I don't know if you're even listening tonight, brother, but if you are, we hope you're doing well. Big shout out to you, sir. So Yeah, I don't know. I've heard people like many people say they like that Venom movie. I just never got around to seeing it. But from what people are saying, uh, Venom Let There Be Carnage is merely reusing same concepts of the first. But yeah, I've heard people who sort of like the first movie are saying that the second one is pretty much the same movie. Yep, you got a lot of love in here, Eric K. Love you, man. So I don't know. I usually I watch most comic movies if it's available, but I just never got around to even bothering because I never really even cared about the characters like you said. So yes, and I'm now firm on this. Everyone, Daredevil is a Halloween character. He fights Mr. Hyde.
Well, you are stretching tonight.
Let's see. He fights. Who else does he fight? That's the Owl. Yeah. Stilt Man. What could be a more Halloween villain than
What's
Stilt
more
Man?
Halloween than stilts?
Than Stilt Man. The
ladies
Frog.
and gentlemen. Oh, you're just okay.
Brightest day. Brightest day. What's up, dude? Good to see you, man. But yes, the Daredevil is a Halloween character. I guess.
All right, I'll let you have it.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll do something for Halloween because everyone's doing it. Do I have to watch horror movies though?
Well, you don't like them, so.
Let's see. I like horror. Well, I like some horror. I like the Universal horror films. I love those. See, I discovered those before I really knew what a horror movie was.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Hungry Boy. I'm glad somebody's on my side. Daredevil fought that creepy clown known as I remember the Jester. Yeah. And then, the Jester sang for the King and Queen in a Cody borrowed from James Dean.
I heard that.
Yes, Janet. The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. I love. Does that count? If I watch that, will I qualify as celebrating Halloween?
That's horror.
Science fiction too, a little bit.
Yeah, but it's also horror. It's got some horror elements to it. Well, it's as close as you'll get.
I actually like. I don't know. I didn't mind. Let's see. If we exclude the Universal horror films,
okay.
Horror films that I sort of like. I got one. I got one that I love. One of my all-time favorite men. Barely missed my 25 list. Mr. Smarty Pants, whose list was filled with horror movies, I might add.
My list was filled with horror movies?
Dude, you had a lot of horror movies on there.
Did I?
Well, I
don't remember.
You had a few.
Okay.
I love the movie Fright Night. Plug bottle. Fright Night is a wonderful film. I love Fright Night. What Brian McDowell's just so terrific in that movie. Matilda May. Dave Bob. What? Oh man. All right, so let's see. What's another one? Fright Night. Welcome to Fright Night. No, I love that. No, Chris Sarandon's terrific. For real. And if anyone mentions the remake, I'm gonna throw something at you. From virtually throw something at you. To hell with the remake. Let's see. The sequel wasn't very good though.
My wife used to babysit his kids.
Who, Chris Sarandon's?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. That's crazy. Yeah. Okay. Hungry Boy says, the 1988 version of The Blob is a horror film, and so is Friday Night. Most doesn't tell with the remake. I didn't really like that 88 version of The Blob that much. I'm a Steve McQueen guy.
I liked it.
Did you? I'm a Steve McQueen guy.
I did. Yeah.
I don't know. I just can't stand Kevin Dillon. I know he's Johnny Drama, but
what did he do to you?
He's related to Matt Dillon. I can't stand him. I hate Matt Dillon for being named after such a great, character on Gunsmoke. He doesn't deserve it. A lot of people like that 88 Blob thing.
I like it. There's several horror remakes that I like. I like the Night of the Living Dead remake that Tom Savini directed. I thought that was really well done.
But wasn't there a sequel called Beware the Blob? A sequel to the McQueen film? I
really
saw that.
Strange. That was really weird
stupid.
Movie. Yeah, it's
that
really
was stupid.
Weird.
Yeah, the 88 version was better than Beware the Blob. That was really bad. We saw that in the theater as a kid. Yes, the Fly remake is a great movie. Just Joe.
Yes.
That was on that on your list? Or it was close?
If it wasn't, it just barely missed.
Well, I know. Yeah. Oh, good Lord, that Hungry Man. That's right. Larry Hagman was in that thing.
He was.
Holy crap!
He directed it, actually.
Let's see. Janet, did you like Columbia? Did you like the Crawling Hand? I don't think I ever saw that one. I don't think I saw that.
I don't think so.
Now I know. I actually did like Carpenter's first Halloween film. I mean, back when I saw it, anyway. That's an admirable film, and Psycho's a great film if you call that horror.
We actually have a watch party date on the 15th with some friends for the new Halloween.
For the new movie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotcha.
Because I had no idea these two ladies were so into the Halloween franchise that they're like, don't make any plans for the 15th. And we're all like, why? So apparently we're going to their place on the 15th to watch the new Halloween.
A lot of people like that. You're hearing, I used to hate, I haven't watched it in a long time. You used to hear nothing but hatred, and rightfully so. I always thought for that stupid Halloween 3 season of The Witch. But everyone loves that now. I was on listening to some stream.
I never disliked it.
Maybe I just have something against Tom Atkins. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. The hunkiest man in the world, according to John Carpenter, but because he was in all of his movies.
Tom Atkins was he just best buddies with Tom Atkins because he put him
must have been.
He was in Escape from New York,
and then he put him in New York.
Well, he wasn't in the thing though, but he put him in well, I don't know if he was in Halloween or anything, but he was in Halloween 3 Season of the Witch.
Yeah.
And
the Fog.
Before that, he was in The Fog.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize that. You know, he was Rockford's boss before in the first couple of seasons of the Rockford Files. And then you know, when your job is just to be an a-hole to Rockford all the time, I guess that's, you know, one thing. And then and that's something to watch Rockford over and over again. When I see him in that stupid movie, was it Halloween 3 Season of the Witch? I was like, this guy's the lead in this thingy? Okay, sure. Rockford's obnoxious jackass harasser, police harasser, because he was the cop that hated Rockford. Let's see here.
Yeah, I never disliked that movie.
A lot of people like it. What do I know? The ending's pretty disgusting. This is a disgusting movie, though. Janet says, did you like the movie Terror Train with David Copperfield and Jamie Lee? I've never seen that one. So there's the thing about it, Janet, because I don't really like horror movies that much. That means
have seen it.
I didn't watch very many. Now, Flash here, on the other hand, has watched zillions. Monkey Jeebus, what's up, bud?
Billions.
Yes, he's watched trillions of horror films where I usually just turn the channel. Hungry Boy, are you serious, dude? Atkins was an ex-NFL player. He was folksy. Did he play in the NFL? Now I got to look that up. Damn, I didn't realize that. No, he wasn't Rockford's boss. I'm sorry. He was the cop he was Dennis's boss. You jag off?
Jag off.
He was Deal. Wait, did I call him his boss? Okay, I misspoke. He was an a-hole. I forgot. Did I call him Rockford's boss? I can't remember that far back. Can you?
Yeah.
How do you know? You can't remember that far back either.
I remember that.
Okay. He was Rockford's harasser. He was Dennis's boss. Sorry.
But I don't know enough about the Rockford Files, so I'm like, I believed it. I'm like, okay, I guess he was.
Oh. No, I should definitely know better. He's not. Rockford didn't have a boss. Oh, he was like an NFL player. I got you, Hungry Boy. Okay. Yeah, he was Dennis's boss before Chapman. Yeah, he was. That's right. He was in Lethal Weapon, and then he got shot. That's right. So, I love Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein, and I love Abbott and Costello and Meet Frankenstein. Does that count as a Halloween film?
Sure.
Okay.
There you go. There's your Halloween viewing.
How about Halloween? How about Abbott and Costello Meet the Invisible Man? That's a great one too.
See, you got a double feature going. Now
All
you're
right.
getting on the right track. Now you're getting there.
All right. Well, you all can tell us which movies you're going to watch for Halloween. Oh yeah, Joe's been talking about. I think Joe, you're talking Jobber. You're talking about the ending of Halloween 3. That ending that was sick. That was a sick movie. Bobby, which one is your favorite, Catman? You said that's my favorite. Which one? What are you referring to? You're dealing with some very short attention spans here. That Sleepaway Camp ending, telegraphed. Oh yeah, Sleepaway Camp. Would I get in trouble if I don't like the Friday the 13th movies?
No, you'd
Just
be
saying,
wrong.
They're filth. I mean, they're
They
terrible.
are.
They're bad.
They absolutely are. They 100% are. They're horrible, terrible movies, and I love them. I know what they are. I don't make any illusions. They're junk.
Matthew Pounder, what's up? You know, Sherry, I'm so old. I actually saw both of those. But well, even I'm not old enough to have seen The Exorcist on its original run in the theater. But in 2000, they brought The Exorcist back, and Flash and I've talked about this a lot. They brought The Exorcist back to theaters, and like a dumbass, even though, of course, by then you'd think I'd be old enough for it not to matter, a few of us went to see it, and it had an added, really creepy added scene with the spider thing.
Yeah.
Walking like a spider.
Yeah.
And that was rough. But in the early 80s or so, they used to have midnight movies. I did go see Texas Chainsaw Massacre with a bunch of people too. Well, of course, I'm sure, Sherry, you're possibly referring to the originals. Now everything's been remade. It's ridiculous, but you're probably referring to the originals instead of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 15. This time our blades are sharp.
That sounds like something they would use.
Yes. Yeah. Did you know, was it Matthew McConaughey was in one of those remakes?
Yeah. I think it's called Next Generation or something like
and
that.
Renee Zellweger?
Yeah, but they weren't famous then.
No, they weren't famous then.
And the movie was actually shelved. And then when they hit it big, they're like, hey, let's dust this.
What a coinky dink.
Dust this thing off and put it out there.
What a coinky dink. Oh, you're talking to some Hammer films there, Alex James. Yeah. Now, Minimus. Yeah, Near Dark I did. Near Dark was good. I like that one.
That was a unique take on vampires that I like.
Chris says, what was that, Globby? You weren't old enough to see the original release of The Exorcist? I could have swore Eric K said you were an extra in it. Well, maybe I may have just forgotten. No, even I wasn't old enough to go see The Exorcist when it first aired. We heard about it, and the commercials were scary enough. And when they first showed it on TV, I definitely didn't want to watch that. That one still gives me the willies.
I think I've told you this story before, but I have short-term memory.
But a lot of people here don't know it, so please.
Yeah, I have short-term memory. So maybe I did or maybe I didn't.
Everyone would love to hear this. Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about the when it was re-released. The version you never saw is what it was labeled as, and I was still working as a theater manager at that time, and I put the print together. And anytime you slice a print together, you have to run it and screen it to make sure there's no imperfections and to make sure your splices are right before you actually show it, to an audience. So I got it set up and ready to go, and went down and told the staff. I said, I'm getting ready to start this. And they said, you're on your own. I'm like, what? Like, you're on your own. We're not watching this. I'm like, wait a minute. You're going to make me sit in that theater by myself, alone, and watch this movie. And they're like, yeah, that movie scares us. We don't want to see it. And I was so paranoid. somebody was going to sneak in on me. And right before I went in, I said, I'm going to tell you something. And you people get a wise idea to sneak in on me while I'm screening this. Remember, I make your schedule. They didn't do it, but yeah, the paranoia just waiting for somebody to sneak in on me was even worse than watching the movie. I was just constantly looking behind, and yeah, it was. And then eventually I got smart and just moved to the back row.
That's the best thing to do.
Which was a mistake because all the speakers are back there, and it made it worse. So it was a lose-lose situation.
Wow. Well, there's no strength in numbers with that film because I went with 3 different friends, and my lady friend that I was with at the time about bruised the hell out of my arm. Well, Jesus Christ! Oh, but it didn't take my mind off of things. That movie's just too much. I mean, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. It's just, yeah. If you like being scared, just ride on a roller coaster with no seatbelt or something, like our buddy Dad Man likes to do. Let's see here. What's another horror movie that I can tolerate? I'm the biggest party pooper of Halloween. I guess I am. But I would watch horror movies with, if someone really wanted to. But what would be one? I know there's one. I know there is something that.
You like Dawn of the Dead, don't you?
I actually do love the real Dawn of the Dead. I won't watch anything with Zack Snyder's stupid name on it. 78. I do like that. Is that a horror film?
Dawn of the Dead? Technically.
But it's funny, actually.
Technically, it is, yeah.
Hungry Boy, I do love The Brain of Morbius. I love that Doctor Who episode, even though the great Robert Holmes changed his name on it because he didn't like the way the script turned out and the episode turned out. And that is kind of a horror. Doctor Who had a lot of horror episodes. But you're saying?
Who is saying?
Oh, there you go. I love The Night Stalker. Kolchak the Night Stalker, folks. Great show. And that, especially those first 2 movies. If you ever get a chance, anyone, to watch the Kolchak. Now, I hear the series is coming out on Blu-ray. I wonder if the 2 movies are going to come out first. There were TV movies coming out first, but I would love to get over it. I love it.
As long as it's not some weird rights thing.
It probably is. Yeah. Now there's someone mentioning. Yeah. All right. Nightmare on Elm Street. I actually sort of like those. Okay. You know what?
I like the first one.
I kind of like. I like that ridiculous third one because it's funny. See, he's always funny, even in if the movie's dopey. Oliver Belmonte. Yes, The Omen is good. Is a good film. The Amityville Horror. I don't think I ever watched that one. That is true, Alex James. Oscar Goldman is the Night Strangler. That's right. Spoiler.
I think there's a 40-year moratorium. I think you're okay.
Okay. Oh, they are. The Night Stalker movies are on Blu-ray. Yes. Anyone who hasn't watched Kolchak, but see, I guess it's horror, but it's Darren McGavin. So, yeah, Hungry Boy. It's Kolchak, the real X-Files.
Yeah.
Yep. That music. Here we go. Matthew Pounder, this interests me what you just said.
See, we've started something now.
Yes. Well, it is Halloween. You like Flash here likes Cat's Paw, and I hate it. The episode, of course, of Star Trek, the Halloween episode written by Robert Bloch.
Yeah, it's fun.
Is it? Yeah, I thought it was pretty bad, but Matthew Pounder agrees with you. He likes it.
See,
well, you got one vote on your side.
What's the matter? Are you scared?
Scared? No, it doesn't scare me. It makes me. Yes, it scares me that it's so stupidly written. Such a dumb story.
You got to think though. Every TV show back then did a holiday episode. Every television show did something.
Yeah. I mean, they mostly did.
And you know, they had some castle set sitting around. Like, we could shoot there.
You know what's funny when you mentioned that? It would be funny if Star Trek had a Christmas episode too. That would have been fun. They met Santa Claus versus the Martians or something. Now, Janet, I did like Poltergeist. That's a good movie.
I hate Poltergeist.
I like. Oh, look, now who's the big
I,
wet blanket?
I hate Poltergeist.
I like Poltergeist. Really, you don't like to? I mean,
I
I
do
don't know. I
not.
thought it was
No,
pretty cool.
I don't like it.
Hmm. That'll make me go. Hmm. I'm trying to think.
Hmm.
What's another? This Evil. See, Evil Dead. Look, I got to be honest with you guys about Evil Dead, the first movie. I mean, it's pretty scary. Now it's scary, but I love the second movie. I love Evil Dead 2 because that was the one where they ended up getting a budget comparatively speaking.
Yeah,
And
a
Evil Dead
budget.
2, but it's a cartoon and you can't really count it. You almost can't call it a horror movie because you move from being grossed out and scared to laughing your ass off. I mean, it's just all over the place. Okay, yeah, that's a good point there, Jobber. The Trilogy of Terror, which our buddy Dadman, who's not here right now, he uses that icon for that little doll. That scared the Night Gallery used to scare the crap out of me, and Trilogy of Terror scared the crap out of me. So,
Trilogy of Terror should have its title changed to the one with the doll and the other two stories nobody cares about.
yep, it's the doll one that may freak me
Yeah.
out. Why did I have to watch that damn thing? Karen Black was hot, but yeah, I mentioned Psycho earlier. I love Psycho. Does that count as a horror film, Janet? Can we get a judgment on that?
Yeah, I guess.
It was in your top film list.
Yeah, I guess it's horror. I guess.
Carrie, I liked Carrie. I didn't see. I don't know if I saw the Children of the Corn, but yeah, The Shining. I don't know. It's kind of freaky, but it doesn't. I don't hate it or anything. I don't know. It's not about. See, it never bothers me to be scared. I don't care about that. Should I give my embarrassing reasons for not caring much about horror movies?
Sure.
Well, tough. I'm not going to do it.
I'm not giving mine, but you go ahead. I'm not embarrassing myself.
But you like horror
feel
movies.
Free.
Yeah,
I admitted I liked the Friday the 13th movies. That's embarrassing.
That is no, but I'm talking about the reason why I can't really stand horror movies
okay.
that much.
Roll with it. Let's hear it.
All right.
Tell us your feelings.
For me, when it comes to horror films, if your protagonist, we'll put it this way, I love. I never saw Seven. Janet, I don't know if that's a horror film or not, but it's got Brad Armpit, so I didn't watch it. And yes, I've seen movies with him in it, but for some reason you know what? When Seven came out, I was hitting it from all ends. You got to watch it. You got to watch it. You got to watch it. And my friends who had not learned their lesson knew that if you do that too much, I'm not going to watch something.
That's me.
If a million people are telling me to watch it, it might well be the greatest movie ever made. I'm not going to watch it.
Now I'm not going to. Real baby thing to do. I do it too.
I know it's a baby thing to do. I can't.
It is. I do it. I admit it.
By the way, there are times
now I'm not watching it.
There are times. Hey,
Game of Thrones. My sister would not shut up about Game of Thrones. I'm like, no, I'm not watching it. Number one, I'm not interested. Number two, you won't shut up about it. So now I'm not watching it. No. I refuse.
Hey, Kal-El. Yeah, now there's been once or twice when I went and broke that rule, and I ended up either a couple times still didn't like it, or other times thought, okay, it was all right, but it was good. But still, yeah, no, but the reason was I just didn't really like Brad Armpit that much. He's been in some stuff I thought okay. He's not like Leonardo, whom I won't watch a movie with, or Tom Cruise. If Tom Cruise or Leonardo in it, you're not getting me to watch it. Not without pulling out that checkbook and you've got like a Donald Trump bankroll or something like that, where you got billions of bucks on you and you're going to be writing me $1 million check. Then okay, maybe, but
now is there a reason, or it's just I just don't like you?
What, those actors?
Yeah,
I just can't stand them.
Yeah,
it's just a
I'm
feeling.
just curious because sometimes I'm like that too. I'm like, you've never done anything to me, but I don't like you.
Yeah, I never did. I never could stand Tom Cruise. He's a one-trick pony type, and everyone thinks he's such. I don't know, just something about it. Yeah, and a lot of it's his public persona. And I can't stand Clooney. I can't stand Leonardo DiCaprio. I think they're overrated, and they're so. They're in a lot of popular films. I just can't. Janet, I think I may have seen the Changeling with Changeling with George C. Scott. That sounds familiar, but I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank.
I've seen it, but it was so long ago.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't really remember much. Ghost Story, I believe.
Oh, okay. Now I've seen the Changeling on Star Trek. Does that count? Oh, what's it? What was that? Oh, was it? Remember a film called Oh man, I can't remember now. The one with the computer. I mean the robot that with Robert Vaughn's voice.
No.
Was that in Seminoid? No, that was some of the. Man, you're the one that knows all the obscure horror films.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
It was the one about the robot keeping the woman hostage. It was mid-70s. It was like a computer, a robot. Demon Seed. Thank you. I knew someone would get it.
Oh, okay.
This is the greatest.
I don't think I've seen it.
I have the greatest chats ever because if I'm forgetting something, all I got to do is throw a few reminiscences out there and someone's going to get it.
Smart crowd.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Robert Vaughn's voice. That's right.
It's like having your own Google.
Jobber. Oh, speaking of horror films, Jobber just mentioned the scariest one ever. He said, was that the Superman 3 with the supercomputer? The other day, Minimus came over. Claude came over, and I show him. In other words, I made him watch Superman 3.
What did he ever do to you?
I just, I don't know. I just figured, it was something to torture him with. I've watched it in decades. And while it's still better than any kind of Snyder filth, that movie's bad. That movie is. Whew. We were talking about that the other night. That movie's. It's unusual. Yeah, it's true. I do hate him. So it was pure hatred. That's right, Matthew Pounder. Julie Christie. There you go. Demon Seed. Thank you. I hate it when I forget the titles of movies. But Evil Dead. We were talking about Evil Dead earlier. I love Evil Dead 2. Now, Army of Darkness doesn't count as a horror movie, but I love it, because it's fun and it's funny. Jaws isn't a horror movie, is it? Or is it?
See, I get kind of pissy when people call it a horror movie. I don't consider it a horror movie.
No, but is there a genre? I mean,
no. I mean, I guess if you want to call it a horror movie, you can, but I never really considered it to be a horror movie.
Yeah. It sure it sure inspired a lot of rips that they started coming all these movies about nature, back in the 70s. You couldn't name all of them. I mean, we probably, I know you're a big fan of Kingdom of the Spiders, for example.
I love the Nature Strike Back movies.
Nature Strike Back.
Adore them.
Grizzly.
I love them.
Food of the Gods, Grizzly. Name a few of them then. Let's see here. Kingdom of the Spiders.
Kingdom of the Spiders.
One of your favorites.
I love it.
Orca.
Day of the Animals.
The Swarm. Day of the Animals. Yeah. All those.
Yeah, they're fun.
The Nature Strikes Back movies. Frogs. Remember Frogs?
Where everything but the frogs kill people.
Right. The frogs just sit there and order people to kill people, I guess.
Yeah, is that what was going on? I can't remember. Were the frogs basically kind of like the general?
Shit, if I know. It seemed like it because it didn't have any kind of effects. They would just show people walk out there and get killed for some strange. I'm not even sure what the hell it was. Well, Hitchcock's The Birds does predate Jaws, but other than that, Jaws made it big. Jaws made it we need a show. We need a movie about animal attacks, like Grizzly, right?
Yeah.
The inspiration of Doctor Who, the Quatermass TV shows. I love the Quatermass. Yeah, Hungry Boy. like the Quatermass experiment, Seeds of Doom basically ripped off. It did. Seeds of Doom is a rip off of Quatermass, but I still love that episode. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes would be Phantom Outsider's favorite.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. My God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, but that was just a comedy. Yeah, so The Stuff.
All these old video rental store staples.
Gremlins isn't really a horror film, is it?
I think the intent originally was to be horror, but it didn't turn out that way.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, what a nonsensical movie.
Yeah, it's fun though. It's kind of a fun. Even the second one's kind of fun.
It's fun, but we got to talk about these rules, man.
For what you mean, like?
Yeah, don't feed them after midnight. Well, what is after midnight?
Yeah, which times it would?
Yeah, what time zone? If you take a gremlin, from the East Coast to the West Coast, does that change things?
It's the time zone.
Don't get them wet so they don't drink water. And they're traipsing around the snow at the end of the movie, and I'm like, last I checked, snow is wet. I don't know. I'm a buzzkill about that movie. People are like, shut up. Shut up, you wiener. It's just a movie.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. I mean, I have an appreciation for it now. In 1984, when I went to the theater to see it, I thought it was okay, but that was 1984. I was obsessed with Star Trek 3: The Search for Spock and Indiana Jones and Ghostbusters and other films like that I was more in Buckaroo Banzai. I mean, that was a great 84 was a monster year.
The mythical 84.
Hmm?
The mythical 1984.
Mythical?
Yeah. Records. Big movies that year.
A lot of them. You're right. I mean, it was just...
Or I should say legendary instead of mythical.
Okay, I was like, did it happen? Well, Night of the Comet. This Night of the Comet was not really a horror film, though, was it?
I've never seen it.
I like it, but I don't think it's a horror film. I thought Gremlins 2 was kind of funny. That was kind of fun as well. But I mean,
never saw that one either.
And it's kind of odd because that they didn't make a bunch more after that. I guess it didn't do that well. Conan the Destroyer came out in 84. A lot of things. 84 was big though. It was huge. Alien. Okay, it's science fiction setting, but it's horror, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would consider it a horror movie.
That's horror. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to say yes, it is. It is. Critters. Yeah, and there's another thing. Gremlins had all of its rips, too.
I have a real soft spot for Critters.
You saw Critters?
I love Critters.
Alex, I liked Silver Bullet. Yeah, with crazy Gary Busey. I thought that was okay.
Critters is just such a weird concept. These little monsters who are basically fugitives from a penal colony escape, and these alien bounty hunters come to. Yeah, it's great.
Eastland Burkholder, what's up, dude? Good to see you. What's up? Yeah, I haven't seen that one. So I guess I will celebrate Halloween. So I know some people watch, from in October they watch a horror film every day.
Yeah, I don't go that far, but
which is pretty cool. I think that's cool if you're in.
Usually, the closer it gets, the closer it gets to Halloween, I'll start watching.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of cool. They pick they watch. I mean, that's when you're hardcore. You're a big horror fan. Do you do that, Janet? You watch a horror film every every day in October? I don't know who does that here, by the way. I guess that's probably true. There, Hungry Boy says Roddenberry's horror. Spectre from 1977 horror movie series pilot was a horror. film. I mean, yeah. Well, if I'm able to get on Night Stalker on Blu-ray in time. See, look, I knew it, Janet. I knew it. Well, Janet, you got to come on here and talk to me about horror movies one of these days. Then
She watches one every day.
she said almost.
Almost.
I've seen people tweeting about it, so that they've been, that they watch. They would name which one they watched today or whatever. And man,
Yeah, it's something fun.
that is fun. That is fun. And you could, since there are probably 30 Halloween movies now called Halloween this and
Yeah.
Are they up to 30 now?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
I remember on your worst list you had that stupid Rob Zombie Halloween.
Oh. Oh. My goodness.
Deadly Friend. I don't know that one. Phantom Outside.
Oh, I know Deadly Friend. So Wes Craven movie. Christy Swanson.
Oh, okay. Is she in that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that movie.
Christine. I did see Christine at the theater for some reason there. Joe.
You know, that's so friggin' weird. We have a mall that has been here since the early '80s, still thriving somehow. And I can date that mall. They're like, well, I don't know what year the mall opened. I'm like, 1983. And they're like, how do you know that? And I'm like, because I saw Christine in 1983 at the Meadowbrook Mall.
Wow.
Theater had just opened. Oddly enough, the theater I ended up running, which was really weird. But I can date it that way.
Is it still there?
No, theater's gone. It's been replaced by a Cinemark.
None of the theaters I saw any movies in the 60s, 70s, or 80s, or even 90s are even there anymore. None of them. Well, maybe some. No, that's right. None. Whether it's Baton Rouge or New Orleans, none of the theaters are still standing that I saw.
Our one theater that is back in business, well, kind of, until this pandemic hit, was where I saw so many movies. And it was, I'm talking like a real movie theater. Giant screen, balcony, one of the old theaters. And it closed in the late 80s. It closed. And it's back open. They do a number of things, not just movies. But I'm a little bummed out because the screen is nowhere near as big as it used to be. It's like going from a billboard to a postage stamp, and it's a bit of a bummer.
Oh man, one of the most. It's kind of funny. One of the most, at least I guess, considered two of the most. The two films that you hear critically acclaimed, or for the longest time you would read about that are critically acclaimed horror films. I went to the riff tracks live of both of them, and I don't think I'd ever seen them before, and of course now I could never take them seriously again. Riff Tracks Live did House on Haunted Hill. I don't know if you're familiar with that one.
Vincent Price.
Vincent Price. There you go.
Yeah.
And I probably seen. I think I'd seen it as a kid actually, but they did that for a Halloween one year. I used to go to those Riff Tracks Live events all the time. Remember, I think I'd probably tell you about them back then. And then they did Carnival of Souls. And Carnival, maybe it's just them. I don't think it's just them though. Carnival. They had it's pretty bad. I'm sorry. I know it's well respected, right? But Carnival of Souls is bad, and they had one of their lines. One of the lines they had for during when they were riffing during Carnival of Souls was, it's kind of does it dawn on any of us kind of strange that this movie has a Criterion collection, and I was like, really? I'm like, oh my God, this thing sucks. But hey,
I don't think I've ever seen it. I've heard of it. I don't think I've ever seen it.
I used to read about it all the time. And that's Hungry Voice says, Riff Tracks, yes, MST3K folks do. Yeah, I love Riff Tracks and MST3K. Man. So yeah. So horror movies are, I mean, they are really easy to make fun of, even the good ones, I guess. But that
because when they're bad, they're real bad.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there are ones that are well respected, and there are other ones, whew, and there's not a lot of gray area there either. They're pretty. I think one of the things that aggravates me about them kind of is all the dumb stuff people do in horror movies to get themselves into predicaments.
They're not the brightest. Yeah.
That insurance, whatever that was, an insurance commercial that's hilarious commercial that's been run the past couple of years about the kids running from the killer. Everyone's seen that one at this point, which is people in horror movies make bad decisions, and that's it's dopey commercial, but it's actually hilarious. And they said, "Well, we go over, was it? Well, we could just get in the running car right there. Are you crazy? No, let's go over there and hide behind that barn instead, or whatever the hell." And they show the killer there watching him. Yeah, I mean, it's true. To the point where you're just yelling at them sometimes, like, "Oh my God, you deserve to get whacked out." And again, all right, here it is. I'm going to lay it on you. Everyone likes to be scared, I guess. Look, you see all this crap I got up here, right? All these superheroes and all this kid stuff that I love so much, all this goofy, superhero crap that I love. Well, I just love heroic fiction. I just always have. It's my favorite type of storytelling. And in a horror film, it's always some evil, horrible person killing a bunch of, murder, depending. It's not always the same, but I mean, whether it's evil monster, evil person, or whatever, especially when it's just a human horror thing, like some evil, horrible person chopping up a bunch of people. That stuff just depresses me and bores me, and it just doesn't really do it for me. If there's some sort of actually inventive type of a story, sometime I'm okay. But bottom line is I don't know. All right, I'll admit it, everyone. I'm the kind of asshead that if I'm sitting there watching a slasher film, I'm gonna just imagine that Batman shows up and kicks the guy's ass. That's how bad I am. I am almost 6 decades old.
Batman versus Jason.
And I'm still that childish that when I see these movies, I'm like, I don't know. I just, I want some, for once, I want them to, the killer, one of these terrible killers is about to attack them, and it turns out they've screwed with the wrong guy. They're actually messing with Martin Riggs or John McClane or somebody like that. It just, it's always innocent kids. It's always dumbasses that can't do anything. Somebody that could just give, I don't know, give them a fight. I don't know. It's a silly thing, I guess. But wouldn't it be at once? You just want to see, like, was Jason turn the corner about to take slash someone, and it's Arnie, it's Schwarzenegger from Commando there, right into to kick his ass.
I never thought about that.
That's because I'm a very sick individual.
Never once did I think that.
Well, yeah, I always kind of thought of that because I'm seeing all these people being slaughtered, and just, I don't know. When it's just a dead teenager movie, I guess I can't get into that stuff. Those movies are just kind of. But you know what was the most fun about those dead teenager movies of the 80s? You know what I did like a lot about them? Siskel and Ebert.
Oh, yeah.
Because they hated them. And every week they're reviewing.
They would do entire shows on it.
Yes. Every week they're trashing some stupid slasher flick. And it was always kind of funny to me. It's like, wow. I mean, it's fun, and they're degenerate. But you know what was weird about that? Because of that, because I thought they were trash even as a young adult back then, and they were saying what trash these things were. I just figured that was going to be the end of it when they stopped making those things. That would be it. It would be over, and it would be a dead genre or whatever. If that's not, I'm sorry if that's a pun. And then I got dragged to see a freaking idiotic movie called Scream in the mid-90s.
You don't like Scream?
No.
Really?
Yeah, it's garbage.
I thought it was pretty clever.
So I got dragged to see Scream. And what I learned then was, oh my God, all the dumbass kids who were watching and sucking up these stupid slasher movies in the 80s that were way younger than me, now they're making movies. These things are gonna make a comeback, and they're gonna be all homages to these moronic slasher movies that they hate, that they love so much.
And it did happen.
And that's what happened.
Yeah, 100% what happened.
Captain Deckard Spock, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Yes, that's what, and that was Scream taught me that. I didn't like Scream. Everyone loves Scream, you know. But when I walked out of the theater, I'm like, oh my God, I thought we were done with this kind of crap movies. And then I realized those guys that were younger, they're making movies now. They grew up and that garbage influenced them. And that's not going to end well. And it didn't. So that's when I realized it. But I know people like that thing, but what do they make, like 20 Scream movies or something?
It seems that way, doesn't it?
I don't know how many. Yeah, I don't know how many they made.
I believe they made 5 of them.
Well, there are 5 Screams, really?
I think so, yeah. At least 4.
Oh, man.
Maybe they're getting ready to do Scream 5, maybe. I don't know.
And look, like I said, you liked it, Mr. Grant Gregor, he liked it. A lot of people like it. That's cool. I just can't stand that stuff. It's just me. It's me. But Siskel and Ebert absolutely hated Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. Well, I'm sure they weren't fond of number 1 either. They demanded producers to be fond. I think the movie they hated the most. I think the most disgusting they ever called a movie was I Spit on Your Grave, which did get remade, by the way.
Yeah, this is going to sound really weird and it's going to sound hypocritical. You have a movie like Friday the 13th, which they're uber violent and you're there just for the kill effects, you know, the makeup effects and all that. Yeah, they're very violent. But I have a real problem with a movie that's not only violent, but a little bit sick too. Like I Spit on Your Grave,
right,
and
yes.
Last House on the Left.
Hostel.
Now the remake for Last House on the Left actually tamed things down, but I really hate the original because I think it's repulsive. I think it's bad taste. Not only is it amateurish, the acting's horrible. It's just, I know it's Wes Craven, but I think it's just really bad. But
Yeah,
there's a sick, sadistic cruelty to it that's on a different level than a slasher movie. It goes a little far.
That's part of why I can't stand them.
There's some real, sexual depravity in it, and makes me uncomfortable.
Exactly. Me too.
Now, a Friday the 13th movie, it's a communal thing. You laugh at it. Somebody gets killed in some really bizarre, far out way, you laugh. But when you throw that kind of element into it, where it's something really perverse or dehumanizing, I guess is the word I'm looking for, I'm passing on that, man. It makes me uncomfortable.
I think that's kind of
those kind of movies make me uncomfortable.
See, there's nothing uplifting about watching horrible things happen to people. Yes, it's fiction. Yes, it's not happening for real. You're still getting your jollies, watching
Yeah.
horrible things happen to people. Go ahead.
I'll give you a perfect example of the difference. Friday the 13th movies are cartoony. There's a scene in Jason Takes Manhattan where there's a boxer, and he's just laying into Jason, just one shot after another, and basically wears himself out punching him. And he tells Jason, take your best shot. And Jason literally, like a rock'em sock'em robot, knocks the guy's head off with a punch. Knocks his head off. And it falls into a trash can, and the trash can lid closes. And it's so absurd, and it's just funny. It makes me laugh because you don't expect it, right? But when you're showing something like sexual torture and rape on top of the violence, I'm out. I know that sounds ridiculous. I know it sounds like a lame argument. Like, oh, you'll watch, a Friday the 13th movie, but it does bother me because it's a cruelty element that I'm not really a fan of. It makes me uncomfortable.
I'm totally with you. I just, my Eltina follower, good to see you there. Watching horrible things happen to people, and there's you're not, and usually it's going to there's not even going to be some sort of redemption of the story at the end where the bad guy's going to get theirs because they're coming back on the next one when it's Jason but in these really sadistic horror films when it's just going to be nihilistic and dark and horrible and there's not even going to be because watching bad things happen to people in any fiction you got to have it or you can't have a story. I get that, but when a movie's wallowing in that and in just horrible sadistic crap, it just
takes it to a dark.
It's just horrifying.
A really dark level that I'm not comfortable.
I'm not entertained by it. Claude mentions Slither. That was a funny movie. And Tucker and Dale versus Evil was a funny movie. They've got sick stuff in them, but they're funny because they're kind of poking fun at a lot of that stuff. Captain Deckard's Spock says, thanks again, Clobby, for reigniting my passion for old school comic books. Just received 2 runs of Starstruck. So happy. Michael Kaluta. Hey, Deckard, if I did that, man, I don't know what to say, but I think you did that yourself, buddy. But if I helped in that in any way, I'm proud to have done so, man. And that I remember that series from the 80s. Excuse me. It's a beautiful looking book. So fantastic, man. I hope to get to talk comics with you sometime. That is great.
Oh, I have a comic book story for you.
Go for it.
Today was the release date of Amazing Spider-Man number 75, which I wanted to pick up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of the Ben Reilly character, so I'm
you are. That's right.
I'm gonna go pick this up.
Oh, okay.
So we have a place in the mall, the same mall I was talking about earlier, called Four Horsemen Gaming and Comics.
Uh-huh.
And I've been in this place a couple of times, and it's never really been a good experience. You know what I mean? It's a different kind of geek. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're more into the card games and the magic and this kind of stuff, right? So I go in today, and I go to their new arrival rack, which is a complete mess, and it's not there. I'm like, damn. Because I'd actually messaged the company earlier today to see, if they even had the issue. Mm-hmm. And I got an answer, still waiting on UPS. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll be out later today. So I go out, and like I said, the new arrival rack's a complete disarray. And these guys, one of their friends walked in, and they immediately went to the back of the store and started playing Magic, I guess. I'm going to play this Magic card. I'm going, they were playing some kind of Dungeons and Dragons Magic thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking to myself, they're not paying any attention to me whatsoever. If I wanted to, I could rob you blind. And it was just the absolute worst customer service I've ever seen. I don't want you hovering around me, but I was obviously looking for something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Matt went with me, and he's like, I felt real uncomfortable in there. Like those guys seemed real unapproachable.
Wow.
Like, and I told Matt, I said, it's almost like I would walk up to them and say, hey, guys, did you get Amazing Spider-Man? And I would get that condescending, ugh, oh, you're a comic book guy. You know what I
Wow.
mean? And I'm like, and you sell this stuff.
Oh, shit.
But while I'm waiting for them to maybe, come forward and, come out of that back to see, so I could ask a question, I'm going through their dollar bin and like shit is just thrown in there. And I'm like, it's like just no respect for comics in that store.
Wow.
It's all about like the cards and the little statues and this is like an afterthought because like I said, your new arrival wall was a friggin' mess, and they felt unapproachable to even ask them if they got Amazing Spider-Man 70 books. I walked out.
Jeez.
And then I got sticker shock because I'm like, well, I'll just order the book offline or something. Matt goes, well, go to Midtown Comics or something like that. They usually have a good deal. $6 cover price.
$5.99, huh?
When the hell did comic books become $6?
A lot of them are. The average price, right?
Are you high?
Yeah, it's $4 now for the average, but yeah, that's pathetic. That's a double issue. I don't know. They got an excuse for it to be $5.99.
Like I said, I haven't collected since the early '90s.
Right.
So I've been out of the game for a long time. $6? No, thank you. No thanks.
That's pathetic. Ugh.
Because I really wanted to pick this book up because I like that character, and it was actually really good art from the preview pages. I'm like, I like this art,
mm-hmm.
and the whole day was just ruined.
That is weird. So, are you going to order it or online? You need me to try to find it?
Hell no, I'm not paying $6 for a comic book.
Yeah, the average is $3.99. But they find every little excuse to tack a couple of bucks on there.
Like I said, I've been gone a long time, and it was sticker shock. I'm
right.
Like, $6 for a comic book?
And there's probably 50 covers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there are. There's all kinds of variant
covers
that are already up in price.
Oh, no, they got $30, $50 variant covers and bullshit like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
my God.
I'm out before I even started.
Wow. I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit, dude. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm glad I don't buy modern crap anymore.
Because here's the thing. If you bought a comic book when it was disposable income, you know what I mean, 50 cents, 25 cents.
Right.
Even $1. And it sucked. You're like, well, you pay $6 for something and it sucks, you're pissed.
Yeah, how about when it was this much?
God.
How about when it was 20 cents, buddy?
Yeah.
I know they're not that anymore, but
$6 was just blew my mind.
How about a special 100-pager for 50 cents?
Yeah.
Reprints, granted, in this case,
half your budget.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, it's insanity, man. There's no question about it. Wow. Well, that's a shame, dude. So let's just say then they were really nice and all that stuff, and you see it on the rack right where you want it, and you grab it off of there. Are you buying it when you see the $5.99 price?
At that point, I'm probably obligated.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Because if the guys were nice and they come over and say, "Sure, man, you can follow me. I've got it, back here. We haven't even put it out yet. Here you go." At that point, you're like, "Oh, I'm kind of obligated." You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're like
and if they're nice enough, I'm like, "I'll support your business." Here's my $6. But when you friggin' ignore me while you're back there, playing your stupid games, screw you.
So, how many of these comics from 1971 could you have gotten for the price of that one comic?
Oh, man.
All of them. This one.
Anything you wanted. Yeah, if the guys had been nice, like you said, and not so unapproachable. And like I said, I could have robbed this place blind. That's how little they were paying attention.
Yeah.
And, Matt said the same thing. He's like, I could have walked out with anything I wanted because they were not paying any attention to us whatsoever.
Yeah, that's pathetic. Alex James, thanks for coming by, bro. It's good to see you again, bro. It's good to see you. This one's for you, Phantom Outsider, because this was at the beginning of today's video. Avengers 95 was beginning this week of the Spinner Rack machine. So, yep, right smack dab in that Kree Skrull War classic. So, yeah. When I was doing my last week, I did kind of like a wrap up show of the of September 1971 comics that I did for the Spinner Rack, and I think Phantom did a. I don't remember what number you came out with, Phantom Outsider, but I only picked 10 each week, and then of course the next day I do a little mop up of the ones I didn't get. Yeah. He tallied up how much it would have cost to buy every comic that month. I believe he did. And if you can remember that number, Phantom, just to give us a ballpark what that would have cost. And of course, that's just insane. I mean, obviously, I know about, not like I'm saying it did, comics didn't go up back then too, but. And yes, when they started getting into the 75 range, 79 cents and dollar and all that stuff, we did kind of balk a little bit.
Yeah.
Little did we know.
Yeah.
There would ever be like a single new comic, average price of $4, $5, $6. Look, these anniversary ones they've been doing from when they have like the 80th anniversary. Let's see, they had the one. They had the Green Lantern one. They had the Green Arrow one. They've been having like the 80th and this whatnot. These they do these special issues now, and it's a special. Okay, yes, it's going to be more. It's in a prestige format. It's freaking $10.
Yeah.
At least it has an excuse in a sense. It's a special, but still. Okay, September. 123 books. It would have been $29.55. He tallied up October. 117 books, and that's all the publishers, including mags like the Skywall mags and the Warren mags and such. 117. Let's see, $26.85 for this month for October. Wow, November will be 28. Yep, you can buy every freaking comic that came out. Okay. For that, let's just go with the $30 round figure, right? How many of today's comics can you get for that? 5, 4, maybe. Depending on what you get, right?
All right, man. I didn't recover from that $6 sticker shock.
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of sticker shock, holy shit. So the other night, Matt and I are sitting around, and the Transformers 86 movie was playing for one night only.
Yeah, right? I heard that. I heard it was going to be played.
So I'm like, that'd be kind of fun. It's not really anything going on tonight. Let's go.
Yo, Steve.
So we go.
You went. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I'm like, 2 for Transformers. She goes, $25, and I'm $25. I'm like, what? 20,
oh yeah.
What? $25?
Yes, $12.50 probably, huh?
Okay.
Oh wow.
I know it's at night, but this movie's like 40 years old, right?
Oh my God, that's those
okay.
Those Phantom events.
Yeah, and then something hilarious happens, right? So I don't have my glasses on, and when did going to the movies become so damn complicated? Because she turns the screen around. She's like, "What seat do you want?" And I'm like, "What? What seat would you like?" I'm like, "I don't care. I don't know. Back."
Oh, you didn't know that we're doing that now?
No. I'm like, in the back, I guess. All the way in the back, so I don't have somebody behind me.
That's right. You got to pick a seat now.
Yeah, and I couldn't see. What number would you like? I'm like, and I felt like saying, "Lady, I can't see this." You're 17 years old. I'm not. I can't see this. And I had to point. I had to point like an idiot right there. So we go
Oh my
watch this
God.
movie, right, which was surprisingly packed, and the movie not that great, you know what I mean? But it was fun to go.
Yeah.
And there was a guy sitting beside us. You know, there was some space in between, but he was in the same row. And he was the stereotypical nerd. You know what I mean? That just picture a nerd and this is this guy. Every stereotype rolled into one. And he's sitting by himself, which is fine. You know, that's you know, I go to movies. I used to go to movies by myself, but he was the stereotype. Like in the dictionary, his picture is beside nerd
or geek, either way.
Yeah, or geek. And the movie is almost over. It is literally seconds from being over, and it's right in the final battle. And he gets up and gathers his shit and he leaves. And I'm like, hey, the movie's like almost over, but he just walked out. And we just had the most amazing conversation on the way back as to, you know, why that guy just suddenly left. It was just strange. You know, the movie's almost over and he just gets up and leaves. And I know he's seen it before. He had a T-shirt on. You know what I mean?
Was he just pissed off about Optimus Prime getting
killed? That's what we said. He's like, oh, screw Rodimus Prime. I'm not going to watch this coronation. I'm out of here. Was it that or
fans
are right there?
A lot of fans are pissed of all the deaths in that movie.
I don't know, but it was just the strangest thing. I was fascinated by it. I was baffled by it.
Wow.
I was baffled.
That is baffling. I mean, yeah, it's wow. Hungry Boy says in the late 70s there were paperback size digest versions. Yes, I love the digest books and the paperback side before there were trades. Conan, Green Lantern, have some of those. Oh, yep, that's right. Let's see here. 88 pages of Gil Kane Green Lantern stuff for $1. Yep, love Gil Kane. So wow, dude. Yeah, I heard that was playing for them. I like those Fathom events. I don't get to go that much. There's something. You know, this is the 40th anniversary this year of Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I know they brought it back at theaters last year. Are they going to bring it?
Yeah.
Are they doing it this year?
I don't know. I have not heard.
I'll go if I can. You know, the last time I've been to a movie theater was not this past August of 2020 to see The Empire Strikes Back. It's the last time I've been to a movie theater, but I would like to go, you know, again. But
well, we saw Transformers, and then I realized that the upcoming weekend, Phantom Events was doing a double bill of Dracula and Frankenstein.
Oh, that's right.
I couldn't go because I was working that day. I was bummed.
Oh, man.
I was really bummed out about that.
Yeah, I've been to a bunch of those Fathom events, though. I love them. No, I love them. I like the, what's it? When they did, went to see Young Frankenstein when they did it a few years ago. Saw a bunch of those I've seen tons of those Fathom events. They did Star Trek 4 back in August.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I wish I'd have got to go. So, yeah, what can you do? Hello there, Athena follower. Good to see you there. But yes, I do know that fans of that movie are you know, Transformers fans. A lot of them are pretty angry with that movie. Not all of them.
Yeah, because you traumatized the kids.
Yeah, they killed people in that one, right?
Yeah. But it's an odd movie. We went basically just for a nostalgia thing. It's not like, oh my God, it's the greatest movie ever. It's just
I hear you.
It had some good animation. We'll go check out some good animation on the screen. And then I'm watching it and I'm like, yeah, it's really not that good. The animation. It's like there were two teams working on it. You had scenes with really great animation, and then you had TV quality, and it would just go back and forth, and it was just for weird.
Oh my goodness! Well, still, it's a nice idea that they do that with the bringing back old
Yeah.
movies. Now there are movies out at the theater now, and I just can't get all that excited to go see one. I for the first time since 1973, I won't be seeing the James Bond movie in the theater. Just I'm done. Actually, and it's nothing to do with everything I've heard about this new one. In fact, I've watched spoiler reviews already. I'm not going to spoiler it for anyone, but I've watched spoiler reviews of it. Like Az had one 40-minute review, video selling all the stuff that happens in it, and I've had other people tell me what happens, and it just doesn't sound. I mean, I don't like the Daniel Craig era anyway, and I hated Spectre so much, and I don't like any of his movies that much other than Casino Royale. And he could have been John Smith in that movie. It's nothing about James Bond, and that's a good movie, but it's just a Jason Bourne type thing. So after Spectre, I was like, and so that's it. I'm done. I'm tired of every movie being about. This is the me generation. As people always make those jokes and stuff. Well, that's what his movies are. They're me generation movies. Like everything about it is about James Bond's freaking social life. And by the time the first movie was, even though it was pretty good, and then after that, the other one, all of them were about his personal life and his origins and all this kind of horse shit. And then by the end of the fourth one, he's already retired. Like, wow, you've gone through James Bond's career in 4 movies.
Yeah, I'm the casualist of casual Bond fans. So.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying. But
yeah,
I don't really like the Brosnan ones all that much, really, except for GoldenEye, which I like a lot. I'm one of those weirdos that loves Timothy Dalton. I even love the goofy Roger Moore ones. I love Roger Moore, and of course, I love Connery. But love those movies. You don't like them that much, but this, whether you like them or not, a Bond movie is a certain type of thing. It's a certain animal.
Yeah.
And when you make a movie like that, when the character is really nothing like Bond, he's just kind of he could be anybody, and all the charm and all the wit.
Yeah, you're like, what's the
out
point?
Of there. Yeah. I mean, you got action, okay, but you can have that in any movie. So yeah, just didn't really do anything for me. Was it Clobby? Let's see here. I checked out the webpage for Four Horsemen Comics and Gaming. They have categories: Dragon Ball, Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. No comic category. Well, that figures, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked I don't know, Lazenby. I'm not so much as an actor, but I like that. I liked On the Majesty Secret Service there, D-Bud. I really loved
who checked out Four Horsemen?
Phantom Outsider.
Yeah, send them a message, tell them they suck.
Phantom, tell them they suck donkeys. I threw the donkeys part in there. But that Hulu documentary they made about George Lazenby, and I forget the name of it now. I've told you about it before, right?
Yeah.
So. That's hilarious.
I've seen it, yeah.
Yeah, well, I forget the name of that one now. But there's a documentary.
I don't remember.
I think it was made for Hulu, though. So go to Hulu and find that George Lazenby documentary if you're a fan of it. It's amazing. But yes, well, comic shops have been, and look, they got to make a living. I get it. A lot of them have been.
Sure, I understand that. I get that. But
well, a lot of them have been eaten up by cards. But you still got, if you're going to have comics in there, manage them.
Yeah, it doesn't excuse your, disregard for one of the products you're trying to sell and your lack of interest in your customer because all my buddies showed up and now we're going to go back here and play cards.
Yep.
We're going to go back and cast spells.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, they have.
I could have robbed that place blind. That's how little they were paying attention.
Yeah, and the owner probably wasn't even there. Well, I don't know though.
I don't know. Vampirella
Comics were my Halloween read when I was a child. But I was talking about this a little bit on my last Clobby's. What else could be on there? I didn't buy Vampirella. Oliver Belmonte, good to see you, by the way. But I look every time. When I was at the drugstore rack where they had all the the Warren mags and all that stuff too. I made sure I looked at it every damn time. I made sure I flipped through it every time when I was a teenager. Duh. Who didn't, right? So, Did you know that they made a Vampirella movie in the 70s?
Yeah.
But I don't think it was ever released, though. But don't quote me on that it ever got finished, but I know that they talked about it. But I'm sure we got the most learned chat. Both of you guys might have heard of it at some point. But did they ever finish it? I don't know. But they did cast one, and I heard there was one. I just don't think it was ever released. Could be wrong, but I know one of our guys will know. Anyway, so I said, he said he tried, but the web page isn't working. At least their email link isn't working. Yeah, they are terrible. Well, they're probably too busy. They're too busy playing magic cards to figure it out, dude.
It's just, yeah.
Freaking idiots. Wow.
Horrible.
Yeah, well, what can you do, dude? That's a shame. That is a damn shame.
And then I was gonna go to Comic-Con this past weekend, and I bailed, changed my mind.
Oh, at New York?
No, in Morgantown, my neck of the woods.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there were some people there. Michael Rosenbaum from Smallville was there. John Wesley Shipp was there, but celebrity doesn't really mean shit to me. I don't really get,
No, I know. You could have got this. Good.
It's just, nobody can talk themselves out of doing something quicker than I can.
Because I remember you mentioning you were going to try to go to that one.
Yeah, I had every intention of going, and it seemed way more expensive than the one they have in Pittsburgh, and I'm like, yo,
what I tell you?
Admission.
What I tell you? Someone would know. In the 90s, no. And then I'm talking this. I'm pretty sure there was one in the 70s, Matthew. But I could be wrong, or I could be misremembering. But I remember hearing about it in this long time before. I remember reading about it way before there was a 90s. So, but I don't know if it ever was released. I guess that's what Google's for. I could try to look in that. Didn't even think about looking. So I figured because someone could dig it up. But I didn't know that Roger Corman made one in the 90s. That's news to me. We all know about his Fantastic Four movie that we were never supposed to see.
Yes, we do.
Something we were never supposed to see. Yeah. Yeah, Dr. Mordred, that was pretty fun. Yeah. You ever see that one?
No.
With Jeffrey Combs? Those full moon, what does full moon video or whatever, they made all these straight to VHS movies. I'm not sure if it was going to be Hammer or not there, Matthew Pounder. It may have never got off the ground, but I remember reading about it. There you go. Tulsa Soda paid former Bond girl played Vampirella in '96. Okay, I never saw that. I would like to see it now that you mention it. But I remember one being talked about in the 70s. That doesn't mean it got made, but I remember talking about someone said that they cast it or whatever. I could be wrong. Huh. Oh, well. What can you do? And now they would never, if they made a Vampirella movie now, oh my goodness. Oh, you couldn't. They wouldn't be able to make it right anyway. Hungry Boy says, Mike Clobberin Time said, Carrie Fisher, did you ever see the Man Thing movie from the made in Australia that was on the Sci-Fi Channel?
Yeah, that movie really pissed me off. So I'm a big Man Thing fan, and yeah.
That was Garbot.
Oh boy.
Was it 2005? I thought it was old before that, but maybe it was.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah. Wow.
Awful.
No, I never watched it, Hungry Boy, but I remember seeing it.
Oh my God.
It aired on the Sci-Fi channel here.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was Lionsgate that did it, and then somehow ended up on Sci-Fi channel.
Yeah, and there's nothing. I mean, there's nothing to do with Man Thing. I mean, nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing with the origin or anything. Yeah.
Horrible.
Oh, was it even? I don't know. Did it? What did he? He didn't even look like anything, right? He just like a bunch of trees and shit. What was it? I mean,
Yeah, he looked more like something out of like one of the Lord of the Rings movies, some walking tree or something. Yeah, he looked like a tree.
ugh. They should have named it Giant Size Man.
Yeah. Then you get an X rating though.
Yeah. Oh my
That's a
god.
whole different genre.
Yep. It had Jack Thompson as a Cajun guide. Yeah. It was made in Australia, which I did not know. And they had a guy talking. Did he have a good Cajun accent, or did he try to sound too much like a Justin Wilson child?
I'm sure it was like that. I've tried to block most of it out.
Oh, did they even have to pay Marvel?
I don't know.
I guess it was it called Man Thing?
Yeah.
It was just called Man Thing? Okay.
Yeah, it was just called Man Thing. Horrendous.
Oh my god. Well, they'll never do it right anyway. Oh, he wasn't he on that animated thing? Oh, speaking of Halloween thing, there was and I think it's still on Netflix. They did an animated feature that I thought was kind of okay, kind of monsters on the. It was with the Marvel monsters, but Hulk was in it, and Doctor Strange was in it, and they had a bunch of the Marvel monsters on it. Monsters on the Loose. It was not Monsters on the Prowl. What's the name of that thing now? It was just a few years ago, and it's still on Netflix. And that wasn't that bad. I think Man Thing was in that. Okay, there you go. Matthew Penner just checked. Hammer was going to make a Vampirella film in 1976 with Carolyn Monroe. Oh man, I would have loved to see that. I love her. I love her, love her, love her, love her, love her.
How the hell did you even remember that?
I read it. I must have read it in Famous Monsters or something. I think I read about it in Famous Monsters in the 80s. I can't remember what I did 5 minutes ago, but I can remember stupid shit
Yeah,
like
you
that
can remember
sometimes.
that.
I have no idea why. Until Matthew showed me that, I didn't realize it was Hammer. And I probably forgot that it was. I didn't know it was Carolyn Monroe either, or I either didn't know or just forgot that it was her. But now that I know it's her, I'm really pissed that they didn't make it. Athena says, I am sure Warner Brothers or Disney would just completely ruin a Thundercats movie. They would probably make Lion-O a little kid. Yes, if you are a Thundercats fan, I would advise you, Athena Fowler, to not ever want to see anyone remaking it in 2029, 21, or in the next 10 years at least. In fact, anything you love, pray it never gets remade if it hasn't been yet. See. Yeah, Famous Monsters had lots of promos, promo photos of Vampirella. Her magazine had photo covers from the movie. Okay, well there you go. Thanks. Now I don't know. Now I can't even tell you why I remember. What do you mean? Why can't I remember? It's Vampirella. Who wouldn't? She's very memorable. And Carolyn Monroe. That's perfect. Dude, I loved Carolyn Monroe. You know who she is, of course.
Tried to place her.
Star Crash. Sinbad in the Eye of the Tiger. She was in Moonraker for a minute, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Carolyn Monroe. I guess she's kind of just mostly famous for being in Star Crash, which was really bad. Oh, you know who's in Star Crash? Your favorite person,
Star
whoever
Crash is.
You don't know Star Crash? Come on, man.
No.
It was a really horrible Star Wars rip that was made right around. I can't remember. It was a French. Was it French? No, not French. I forget. They can help me in the chat, but it has your favorite person of all time in it. It was David Hasselhoff is in it. It's Carolyn Monroe. It's an attempt to make a sleazy like Star Wars rip, and you're a person that you love so much that you would do anything for him. You would watch him in any movie ever. You think he's the greatest movie star of all time, and you hope to get a collection of all of his films someday. It's in Star Crash. You really haven't heard of Star Crash?
I have not.
It stars the brilliant, the magnificent, should have won 15 Academy Awards, Marjoe Gortner.
Oh, Marjoe Gortner.
Marjoe is in friggin' Star Crash.
Marjoe Gortner.
Yes, sir. He's in that piece of. Whoo, was it bad too? I can't remember what country it was made in now. Someone here will probably remember. Someone here knows Star Crash, but it's all about her. She's it's just all about looking at that movie. Is all about looking at Carolyn Monroe for 2 hours. That's right. She wasn't at the Earth's core, huh? Whoa, yeah. So, yes, it was stupid. It's really unbelievably stupid, cheap. Jim Danforth did some effects for it. Unbelievably cheap. Science fiction epic that is
epic.
It's just horrible. And yes, Marjoe's in it. Star Crash was very beloved here in Australia. I think it was. Is it the first thing that David Hasselhoff was ever in? Star Crash. I was probably made in Booger Glob, Yugoslavia.
No, I've never even heard of this.
Oh my goodness, it's a cult classic. And I mean, I think they even put it on Blu-ray eventually, and it's huge. And she does a lot of cons she's been in other stuff, but she goes a lot of cons because of Star Crash, and people just remember her. It was made. Thank you, Chris Berger. It was made in Rome.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I keep forgetting. It's been so long. I keep forgetting the name of that chucklehead that made it. But I've watched a documentary on it once before. It's a cult classic. You'd love Star Crash, dude. No,
I'm gonna check it out.
Based on the Stella Star. It was an Italian comic. Yep, that's right. Yeah, was it? Okay, was it Spy Who Loved Me? I thought she was Moonraker, but it was Spy Who Loved Me, right? Star Crash is on YouTube also. Whoa. Golden Voyage of Sinbad, not the Eye of the Tiger. Okay. I'm always getting them all wrong. Elagabalus. Doug McClure. Yes, Red Dwarf. Absolutely no Doug McClure.
Doug McClure.
Hey man, let's not beat up on Trampus now. Yeah, dude, you want to see how hot she was in Star Crash?
Sure.
All right, let's see. Star Crash. I don't even have to put her name in. I just put Star Crash, and she's going to be there.
No, it'd be Marjoe Gortner.
Yeah. Well, he looked really good in that too. Marjoe. Let's see. Christopher Plummer, David Hasselhoff, Marjoe. You need them. Marjoe's still alive, dude. What the hell's only the good die young? Kidding. I'm just kidding, Marjoe. I'm sure Marjoe's a nice guy.
Got God on his side.
Wasn't he in Earthquake?
I don't know.
Yes, he was in Earthquake. Answer my own question, but yes. All right, let's see here. Oh, Spy Who Loved Me. Thank you. That's right. It's a blur. See how I screw up I remember shit, then I get it backwards. Let's see here. You're in for a treat if you've never seen Star Crash. I'm just seeing the pictures. I mean,
I'm going to now.
Oh boy. Oh my. Yes, toxic time. All right, little toxicity. Oh my, there she is. I love Carolyn Monroe. Oh my goodness, this picture needs to be better though.
Which one is she?
The one in the middle, obviously.
Well, of course.
Stella
the Star Crash.
No, she was not the lead. She was just one of his. She was a Bond conquest girl, not the main girl. Well, Barbara Bach was the Oh, there's your boy Marjo. Oh man. Star Crash remake. Yeah, look, there's the Blu-ray Roger Corman's cult classic.
That's some nice retro artwork.
Yeah, it is. And it's nothing like that in the movie. The movie
I'm
has nothing
sure.
like that in it. Let's see if we can find some really. Look, there's a lightsaber.
Whoa. Darth
I mean, it's
Gordner.
huge, dude. Yeah. Oh, good Lord. Look at David Hasselhoff. I can't believe Christopher Plummer was in this crap.
Yeah, that's in hard up.
Yeah. I bet he wouldn't admit it now. I think he just passed, but I think he would have never have admitted it. Yeah, there's your boy, Knight Rider.
Good grief.
Yes, Captain Deckard. Yeah, I love Moonraker, and I don't care who knows it. Let's see here. I think I glanced on YouTube just a minute ago about Star Crash. The movie is on there. Wow, watch the clips of it. If anything, it looks very boring. No, it is boring. Yes, it's. I'm really not recommending it unless you just want to laugh. Yes, I love Lois Chiles, Captain Decker. She was just amazing. So yeah, there's your masterpiece, Star Crash.
It's on my list.
Thrill to the exciting special effects. It's not a Star Wars ripoff at all.
No.
Not at all. Is it not a Star Wars ripoff?
How dare you insinuate such?
Oh, good.
Feel the wrath of Marjo.
Marjo is not fighting with a lightsaber.
Use the Marjo.
Is he wearing guy liner? I think he is.
May the Courtner be with you.
Oh, D-Bud. The guy was it a Hasselhoff wearing guy liner? Yeah, whatever. What is guy liner? I guess it's eyeliner. He was probably. Wow, look at Christopher Plummer. He's got to be embarrassed. Yes, I'm in this movie. It'll be as big as Star Wars. Alec Guinness.
Yeah,
I'm
the Alec Guinness of the movie.
Right. There you go. Well, let me tell you something, you bunch of smarty pantses. You know something this movie has that Star Wars doesn't? It has her. This is from Sinbad, but the Golden Shower. Voyage of Sinbad. Yeah. So it has her. Look, I know this is not from Star Crash, but Star Crash. You can have your Princess Leia. You can have your little Death Star now. Your little Jawas and your R2s and your Han Solos and your Millennium Falcons. Star Crash has Carolyn Monroe. So there.
Take my money.
Yes, sir. She was something. Athena Fowler mentions the reluctant astronaut. It's true. Instead of David Hasselhoff, they should have gotten Don Knotts. But, can't have everything. So, there you go.
Don Knotts had principles.
Yeah. Pop Culture Republic says, yep, Star Crash was pretty bad. A better movie with Carolyn Monroe was Captain Kronos, Vampire Hunter. I've heard of it. I've never seen that one, though. And that is true, Hungry Boy. Tom Baker is in Golden Voyage of Sinbad. But I've not seen Kronos. But I've heard of it, yes. The story of I? Okay, the story of O. My goodness. Well, what can you do, folks? Oh man, well we've been here a couple hours here, and I know you probably need to get to sleep. You were telling me you would probably get up early tomorrow, or whatever. So we should probably start winding it down here, man.
Winding it down.
Yeah. So, but I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight, bro.
For sure, man.
Just catching up, man. It's good hanging out with you, like old times, buddy. Like old times. Let's see your little show notes, my friends. Tomorrow, folks, the Global Geek Gang shall gather at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And wackiness will ensue. I don't know who's going to show up. I don't know what we're going to do. Marjo Gartner is going to be the special guest. Why'd you have to do that? Was going to be a secret. That was going to be a surprise.
You can't spring that on people. They'll drop dead of a heart attack.
I don't know.
Got to give them some warning. Got to brace themselves.
I mean, it was pretty easy to book Marjo. You know, I could probably never get a guy like Captain Deckard Spock to come on the Global Geek Gang, but you are invited, Captain. But Marjo, he was easy. He just, he's a big fan, so.
Gave him a copy of Star Crash, and he agreed to come on.
Yep. Chris says, surprised you didn't bring up the other Star Wars about Battle Beyond the Stars, which was unlike Star Wars, had a spaceship with pubes. You know something, Chris? I got to say, though, I actually love Battle Beyond the Stars. I love it. It's a Star Wars rip, but it's also a variation on Seven Samurai. It's got a fun cast. It's a goofy, silly, fun movie. But I just really enjoyed it, man. I've loved it since it came out in 1980. So I admit it. I'm a fool. I loved it. Anyway, Global Geek Gang tomorrow, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. I don't know if I can get a geek to gang up, because I missed last week. I hope they're going to be back though. And then tomorrow night, our new show that we started last week at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, Clobby's Clubhouse with Raquel and Mark D with a C. Raquel, Mark D, and we've spent so much time talking and hanging out behind the scenes and just getting to, just having so much fun. We've been talking for a while that we would do this. We would do a show together, just hanging out. And so it's happened. We did it last week and last Thursday, and it was a lot of fun. We had a great time, and we hope that more friends will join us as you did last week. We really appreciated those of you who joined us last week. And so that will be Clobby's Clubhouse. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow night, Thursday night. And Saturday night, Star Trek. I've been having just such a blast doing this. You're all fantastic. We're now into season 3, 4 more episodes of season 3. Now coming up, I'm not sure if it's going to be this Monday or not, or the following on Mark C Comics Talk. I'm going to be doing a couple of Daredevil different shows. The first one will be the pre-Miller, celebrating the pre-Miller Daredevil. If you know comics, you know what that means. The fun-loving, happy-go-lucky man without fear who wasn't such a big downer or whatever. And thank you again, everyone, for watching the Spin and Rack videos. I appreciate it. I'm having a lot of fun doing them. The Quick Bits video that is the follow-up to today's video that released will be out tomorrow evening. It's already done. It's scheduled. So thank you so much. Hungry Boy, thanks for being here, bro. Minimus was here. Thanks for being here, Minimusness. Athena follower, thank you. The great Chris Persia. Thank you, buddy. By the way, I'm putting the E in there for a tribute to our great buddy, the extraordinary Eric K. Let's see. Matthew Pounder, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. Captain Deckard Spock, good to see you, bud. D-Bud, brother, good to see you as always. D-Bud Martin, the man of iron. Monkey Jeebus, the great Chris Persia. Thanks, Chris, for being here, bro. Appreciate you. Pop Culture Republic, it was great to see you. Phantom Outsider, buddy. Thank you. Who else was here? I'm trying to backtrack to who all was here. Jobber was here earlier. Jobber, always a pleasure. Lagavulus, it's good to see you again, Lagavulus. Buddy, thanks for popping in. Eastland Burkholder was here earlier. Great to see you. Janet from another planet, the wonderful, lovely Janet, was here, and we appreciate you for being here, Janet.
Damn it, Janet.
Damn it, Janet. Kal-El, buddy, always a pleasure. Damn it, Janet, I love you. I should. The last one should be singing that song. Oliver Belmonte, thank you. Matthew Pounder, thank you both. Thank you both. Really appreciate you popping in. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Backtrack as far as I can. That's as far back as it goes. Anyone else who showed up that I may have. Oh well, J-Man popped in earlier. He had to run though. So appreciate you all, and I hope. Well, Pop Culture Republic, I'm just glad you popped in. Thank you for popping in and for being here. 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, Global Geek Gang tomorrow, then 8 tomorrow night Central for Clobby's Clubhouse with Raquel and Mark. So until then, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your evening. Flash, as in a.k.a. Carrie Fisher, thanks, brother.
For sure, man.
Appreciate you, buddy. And, I got to press the button, don't I? Good night, everyone.